What's up, chicklets? It's your boy Chicken back once again with some more video content. And yeah, man, we're getting ready for the final week of regular season football action, week 18. I will be reacting to all the games. The Ravens-Bengals game, I haven't decided if I'm going to live stream and watch that one live or just do the highlights and react to the highlights. I guess it depends. Right now, we don't know because we don't know if the division's going to matter that much, or we're going to be playing for the division in that game. But either way, it's the Bengals, so we want to beat them. But I mean, if it's like division on the line, man, I'm probably going to live stream it. But we won't know because the Bengals game got suspended, and as far as I know, there's no determined date for that game to resume. So, anyways, we're gonna watch Steve Kornacki. You know what I mean? One of the best breakdown artists there is. Break down the playoff scenarios. I don't know if this is going into week 18. Oh, let's say I said after week 17. So, yeah, let's just get a little quick catch up, and then yeah, we'll talk about it. Let's go.
The Bucks win and clinch a playoff spot. Steve Kornacki, welcome back. That means Carolina's chances are over, right?
Yeah, Bucks win their division.
One of 10 teams that came in today potentially facing elimination from the playoff race. Obviously,
Stupid Steelers
out of it. The Buccaneers winning. The Buccaneers are now clinched. They're in the playoffs. Who else goes down today? Well, unless there is a miracle in Green Bay for Minnesota. Minnesota is trailing by 31 points with 7 minutes to go. Unless Minnesota somehow wins that game, see you later, New Orleans. Goodbye, Washington. You're both out of the playoff race. And the Jets, in the final 2 minutes, they are down 17 points in Seattle. Unless they somehow reverse that, the Jets are out too. The Raiders are in a dogfight late against the Niners. If the Raiders lose, they will be out as well.
Okay, they lost that one.
Hey, the Pats move into the 7th spot in the AFC. Good luck, though, holding on to that. They got to do a win in Buffalo next week if they're going to hang on to the 7th spot. And then there is the team we are going to see tonight, the Steelers. They came into today.
All right, hold on. Okay, so this is before Sunday Night Football, and as we know, the Steelers beat the Ravens, unfortunately. But yeah, the Patriots, man, big win against the Dolphins. It was a huge win for them to get and keep themselves alive. And it also helps the Steelers' chances of actually getting in, bro. That's so freaking crazy. These freaking Steelers. Anyway, sorry. Let's get there.
With a 2% chance of making the playoffs. They needed a lot of things to break their way today, and so far they are. The Steelers needed the Patriots to beat Miami. It happened. They needed Seattle to beat the Jets. It looks like it's going to happen. They need to win their game against Baltimore tonight. Then they need to beat Cleveland in the finale next week. If they do that,
okay, so that's why they were playing like that.
Be left for the Steelers to make the playoffs. These two things: one, the Bills beat the Patriots at home next week, and two, the Jets beat Miami with a very questionable quarterback situation next week. If those two things happen on top of the Steelers winning out, the Steelers make the playoffs.
Ooh, and they play the Browns next week.
Talk to us about the NFC wildcard.
Bro, the Steelers finagled their way into the playoffs, bro. No way, bro. No way the Steelers finagled their way into the playoffs, man. Oh, they play the Browns next week. Bills definitely could beat New England. It just depends if they're going to be resting starters or, what they're going to be doing. But they definitely could win. They could definitely beat New England. And the Jets too, bro. Like, that's the division game. The Jets been playing good football this year. So they definitely could, put down the Dolphins. So, yeah, two tough division matchups. Steelers got the best matchup of any of the three teams that's vying for a spot, man. Oh, yeah. All right. All right, cool. So we kind of know pretty much almost all the spots. Right now we're just waiting on. I think he didn't mention the Jaguars and Titans, but it's something going on there with that. And then, but yeah, as far as just wild cards and all that kind of stuff, we're just waiting on these three teams to see who's gonna come out on top. Okay, got it.
Race. It is a wild card race here in the NFC. I mean, check this out. Washington comes into the day in the 7th spot with a 1-3 shot of making the playoffs. Not only do they fall out of the top 7, Washington has now been eliminated completely from the playoff hunt. But here is where it gets crazy. Seattle, with that win over the Jets, now replaces Washington in the number 7 spot. And you look at that and you say, well, Seattle's in the 7th spot. They got to play the Rams next week. Certainly a winnable game. Isn't that a better chance than 19% of making the playoffs? Well, here's why Seattle is in the 7th spot with only a 19% chance. Meanwhile, Green Bay is in the 9 spot with that big win over Minnesota. They got a 64% chance. It's because Green Bay plays Detroit next week. The game is at Lambeau. So if Green Bay wins that, they go to 9-8. Obviously, they would then jump Detroit in the standings. And even if Seattle beats the Rams next week, Seattle and Green Bay would have the same record. Green Bay's win next week would be a conference win. If they beat Detroit, it's an NFC win. And by winning another conference game, Green Bay would overtake Seattle in the tiebreaker. They would come down to conference record. Right now, Seattle has that advantage over Green Bay.
Interesting.
But one more conference win for Green Bay. They get the tiebreaker. They jump Seattle. So it's Green
I'm
Bay.
gonna tell you like it is, bro. I don't think Green Bay is beating the Lions next week. I don't think Green Bay is beating the Lions next week. Definitely think Seattle's gonna beat the Rams. That's not a question. The Rams ain't been playing that well.
9th place right now that
Okay.
controls
Interesting.
the path to the playoffs.
Just
Seattle
one
would need to
spot,
win
bro,
next
on
week
both sides.
and have Green Bay lose. Detroit would need to win next week and have Seattle lose. The only one with a clear path, believe it or not, it's Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers.
Steve, we just went through a lot of highlights. There's a lot
That's
going
cool,
on
bro.
in the AFC wildcard
That's
race.
crazy, man. Let me see this real quick. Hold on. Okay, so yeah, Jags. He better break it down, but Jags and the Titans. You know what I mean? They still trying to get that last NFC South or AFC South spot, win a division. Jags are playing really good football the last like 8 weeks. So yeah, I know. I expect the Jags to win that game. They've been playing way better than the Titans have been. And I don't think the Titans have Derrick Henry, so I just, you know what I mean? I think Jags going to be in, which is not something I'm kind of looking forward to as a Ravens fan. I don't want to play these guys right now with the momentum they got. But anything can happen in football, man. You know what I'm saying? Anything can happen.
If Miami had held on, Miami could have clinched a playoff berth, but instead it's the Patriots who now move into that number 7 spot, but they are there very tenuously. As you mentioned, the Pats will go to Buffalo next week. It's a Buffalo team that no matter what happens tomorrow night will still not have locked up the number 1 seed. They will be playing with the number 1 seed on the line. So Buffalo will be motivated. The Patriots will need to win that game. If they pull it out somehow, the Pats are in the playoffs. But that's why they only have a 38% chance, even though they're in the 7th spot. If the Pats lose to the Bills next week, then the Dolphins can still make the playoffs. All they would have to do is beat the New York Jets next week. Pats lost, Dolphins win, Dolphins are in. And if both the Pats and the Dolphins, with all those quarterback troubles, lose, it could open the door for the team you're going to see tonight, Pittsburgh. They moved to 15% with a win tonight. And if they beat Cleveland next week, they're in.
Pittsburgh, like, could sneak their way in, bro. Pittsburgh could sneak their freaking way in to the freaking playoffs this year, bro. And they said 6% chance, man. Which, you know what I mean? They need stuff to happen. 3 things to happen, 2 teams to lose, and them to win. But, I mean, the scenario, with the way it looks, New England could lose. Miami could lose. For sure. For sure. And Pittsburgh playing the Browns. You know what the Browns do. Sorry, now the Browns beat the Ravens. So, I mean, they be doing that sometimes. You know what I mean? They beat the Bengals. So, I mean, they trying to get all of us. They try to play spoiler for all of us. So, it would be kind of funny. It would be kind of funny if the Browns did beat the Steelers, bro, and took them out of the playoffs, bro. And the New England and Miami lost too. That would be freaking hilarious. All right, anyways, well, that's what we're looking like there. You know what I mean? All but 2 spots locked up on the AFC side, and then all but 1 spot locked up on the NFC side. So we almost got a clear picture. Number 1 seed on the AFC, we're not quite sure yet. We will find out in this week coming up if it's going to be the Chiefs or the Bills getting that number 1 spot. And also, like I said, man, the Ravens and the Bengals play next week. So, or this week. And depending on what they do with the Bills game, I don't know. I mean, I personally think they should just count it as a loss for both teams. You know what I'm saying? Just go ahead and forget the game. I ain't got to play. Just count it as a loss for both teams. That way the Ravens and Bengals game could just be for the division. So, yeah, I don't know. But anyways, I just wanted to check this out so we could see, so I could see, but also, you know, we could have a discussion about it. The playoff picture, what we looking like going into week 18. like I said, I will be checking out every single game, man. I will watch every highlight of every game. I will react to all of them. You know what I mean? So it's the end of football season, man. I had so much fun this season doing these football reactions. I always be watching them anyways, but I just, you know what I mean? I just don't be reacting to them and stuff. So I just like, you know what, man? Fuck it. Let me start reacting to them. But I had a lot of fun doing this. So next week, like I said, I'm doing I keep saying next week because, you know what I mean? It's week 17 because they ain't never finished the freaking last game. But yeah, week 18, every game, bro. I'm doing them all. We got 2 games on Saturday, and I'm excited about the Jags and Titans game. So that's an important one. So I'm gonna be looking forward to checking that out. All right, leave some comments in the comment section below. Let me know, you know what I mean, if you guys think I should do a live stream of the Ravens-Bengals game, which, like I said, the division on the line definitely would do it, but like I said, we probably won't find out that. Or if you would just want to see the reaction to that. And then also, possibility, do a live stream of the Jags-Titans game, man. I don't know. That's possible. We could probably do that. But anyways, leave a like on this video. It goes a long way in supporting the video and supporting the channel. I love you guys. Thanks for watching. I will see you next time. Peace.